Good morning, guys. Welcome to another studio vlog. If you're new here, my name's Sophie and I'm a traditional artist living in the southwest of England. I turn my art into art prints and stationery products, and I run a small Etsy business, and I document the whole process here on YouTube, as well as sketchbook tours and plein air, all the good stuff here. And today is very exciting. We're going to be trying lino printing for the first time. I've had this kit, well, I got given this kit for a birthday present, I believe. I think it's a couple of years ago now, and I've been dying to give it a go, but I really wanted to think of a good project to use it on. And I have got a great idea for a market coming up, and I really want to give it a go. So I thought I'd document the process here. Who knows how it's going to go? So that's what we're going to be doing together. We've got the whole morning in the studio today. So yeah, come along for the ride. But before we get going, I have got some Happy Mail to open. So one of these Happy Mail is a sticker club that I support most months. And the other one is the first order out of my eHearts market. We've seen the last studio vlog. I documented the process of the eHearts market, which is an online market I take part in twice a year. And I made some purchases from some of the small businesses I supported 3 businesses. So this is the first one. It's come all the way from France, which is really, really exciting. So let's unbox these together. I'm hoping one of the other parcels should arrive today. Postie hasn't been today. It's like 9:30 still. So we might unbox another one today. If not, it'll be in the next video. But let's unbox these together. So let's start off with this one. So this is a sticker club, Kirsty Grace Designs. I will be tagging both these small businesses down below. So she runs a scripture sticker club. If you're new here, I'm a Christian artist, and Kirsty is also a Christian, and she runs a Christian stationery business. It's not just stationery; she does like tumblers and mugs and tea towels, all the things. So on the front, I've got a little Happy Mail sticker here, and every month she runs a scripture sticker club, which is basically Bible journaling stickers. So every month you do get collectible little postcards. This is one: I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13, and these are her own designs. Really, really pretty. Then on the back, my name. So that's very exciting. And then this is a little bag. So this is her little logo. Like, I haven't opened either of these, so normally I open them off camera and I just share with you, but I didn't get a chance yesterday. These only arrived just when I came home from work, so I don't want to rip the sticker. So I'm seeing these for the first time with you, which is very exciting. Now, judging by the visuals I saw on Instagram, I think this is the best sticker club that she's done so far, and I'm very, very excited. And it's only £10, and you get, I'm trying to like 2 sticker sheets and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 die cut stickers, which is incredible. So look at these together. He leads me in paths of righteousness, Psalm 23:3. That's the Lord is my shepherd psalm, quite a famous one. Even if you're not a Christian, you probably know that one. Beautiful. I like the little cross and heart. This one: when I'm afraid, I will put my trust in him, Psalm 56:3. Pretty. He is my King and my God. So I think this pack, so it always has a bit of a theme. Obviously last month was Easter. I think this one is about God's faithfulness. The Lord is trustworthy in all he promises and faithful in all he does. I love how they're all in different styles. The Lord is my light and my salvation. A little light bulb there. But it's the sticker sheets that I really enjoy. So let's come on to those in a second. But here is another postcard. God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in times of trouble. So another postcard print. On the back you have the scripture sticker club, and like you can collect them all. So obviously this is May. which is really cool. And this is the first sticker sheet. I love this like list style for this sticker that you can just put in the margin of your Bible. I love all the little arrows and things. That's so cool. I can't wait to use these on my Bible. This is so cool. And then similar on the other one. I also love how she has these ones where it has like the Hebrew root of words. I find that really, really interesting when you're going a bit deeper into your Bible study. Like I said, all the little arrows that you can just use for your own notes as well. So if you are a Christian or you know someone who's a Christian and you enjoy Bible study, I would highly recommend signing up. And you can just do it month by month. Like it's not a subscription. So I don't always have the funds to be able to support every month. But when I do have the funds or I see a pack that I particularly like, she releases them generally at the start of the month. So as you're watching this, June will be available, and you can get it once they're gone. They're gone. She only orders a certain amount, so it is exclusive. And so far, she has sold out every month. She's doing amazing. So check it out. And the next one. So this is a new small business. I discovered them at the eHearts Market. I think you pronounce it Shay Illustration. It's SHA. Got a little sticker on there. Merci. So cool. Yeah, so I discovered her at the eHearts Market. So this is a new artist for me. But she is also launching. So I bought this from her Etsy shop, but she's also launching a Shopify website and also doing a mail club, which is very, very exciting. Again, I'll tag her down below. Well, this is exciting. So this is how it's come. So I ordered a couple stickers from her, but I've also got this amazing, that's attached by this washi tape. Look at this, a thank you card. So I didn't use, there was a promo code to get a discount, and I purposely didn't use it because I already ordered a couple stickers from her, so I felt a bit bad using the eHearts code. But she said, as you didn't use the eHearts code, I replaced the Oopsie matte sticker by a normal matte one. Have a wonderful day, because you had a choice of ordering an Oopsie sticker or like a normal sticker. So Oopsie one's obviously it's got small imperfections, but she's replaced it with another one. So that's really, really cute. But look how amazing this thank you card is. This is probably one of the best thank you cards I've seen. And it's got all of the art materials that I love on it. Got a lovely sketchbook. This is like my Himi gouache set. Holbein acrylic gouache. Posca pens. Luminance pencils. I love this. That's so cool. So, so cool. I'm going to keep that. That's really, really cool. And it's the same as her business card. Look, here's like a little mini version on her business card. And that's got all of her socials. But of course, I will tag her down below. That is literally one of the coolest thank you cards and things that I've seen. Again, another brand sticker. Her packaging is on point. This is so cool. And very cute tissue paper as well. Very cute packaging just for like 2 stickers. It's come all the way from France, which is really, really cool. And I've got a freebie sticker. Wow. This is my freebie sticker of a cute little cat. And this is the cat that's in her Happy Mail or her Mail Club that she released recently. And these are the 2 stickers which I ordered. So I ordered this really cool tomato plant. And they've got little faces on them. Can you see little faces? How cute. And then I also ordered this sardine can, which I just think is so cool. The illustrations are so good. So, so good. So please go and check her out. Like I said before, the eHearts. This is a great thing about taking part in these markets. is you discover new artists, and I never had discovered her before. Awesome. What a way to kick off a studio vlog. Very cool, happy mail. Anyway, so happy mail done. Now I want to share with you my idea. So I want to do lino printing, and I have the idea of doing prints and also tote bags. I want to have a go at printed on tote bags. So, but I need a design, and I haven't done lino printing before, so I wanted a relatively easy one, but equally something that resonated, that I'm not going to get bored of. So I had this idea of doing a church window with a butterfly. So thinking about transformation and metamorphosis, I read a Bible verse from Romans, I believe it's Romans 8, about the transformation of your mind, I think it is. And that really inspired me. And also, fun fact, when I first became a Christian, I didn't become a Christian until I was 23. I'm going to be 36 this year. That's how old I am. I was in church. I had not long started coming to church, and somebody asked what my name was, and I said, "Oh, just as you said your name, a butterfly. I just saw a butterfly behind you, climb up into the window." I've never forgotten that. Like, it was such a, like, I don't know, one of those weird experiences. And so it's something that means personally to me. And the craft fair that I'm making this for is a craft fair / art market that me and my husband are organising. Last year I documented the whole process of us organising our very first event. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. And we're doing the same again this year. We're doing a summer market and a Christmas market, one in November. I'm doing it for this event. So I thought it'd be really cool if the window was one of the windows in the church, and we're holding the market actually in the church building. So I thought that'd be really, really cool. So I started off by just printing out some reference images that I could copy from. So this is the main window in our church behind the altar. And then I was thinking of these butterflies. I thought of this colour butterfly specifically because I was hoping that one of my orders from the house market had got here, because I ordered from Wisphoria, I think they're called. I ordered some watercolour paints, and it was these colours. I thought, I could do some, because I was going to do a painting in my sketchbook and then use that to then create line work to then put onto a lino print. So I'll have a painted print and a lino print. That makes sense? This is why I'm trying to unpack my thought process here for you. And so I started out doing that. So that's why I chose this colour butterfly. I can't remember what it's called, this type of butterfly. It was like blue silver, I can't remember. If I remember, I'll tell you later on in the vlog. But anyway, it's a very pretty butterfly, and I just imagined this one being kind of like in the edge of this window here. So I started sketching it out when I had this idea. So in my sketchbook, I don't know if you can pick it up, I started sketching out the window and things. But the truth is, I am not an architect. I tried doing it with my pencil and ruler, and I was just getting frustrated that I wasn't getting the measurements right. So originally, I was going to get my line work from this painting, but I think I'm going to do it the other way around. So I think first thing we're going to do today is we're going to go on my iPad, and we're going to draw this design out on my iPad so I can get like it symmetrical and all this kind of proportions, otherwise it's going to bother me. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to print it, and then we're going to have the line work in the sketchbook, because I want them to match. So I have the line work in the sketchbook that I will paint when the paints arrive. And I will also use the same line work to then transfer it onto the lino so we can start carving. That's the plan. And hopefully by the end, I will have lino printed products, i.e. art prints and tote bags, hopefully. And then also an art print to go alongside it. That is the plan, which will be launching at the market, which is in July. So we've got time, got plenty of time, but there's other things that I need to get ready for the market as well. So I just wanted to get this done today. That's the plan. So I think first thing we'll do is go on to the iPad, draw out the design there. Hope you get a really clear, just line work. I'm just going to be doing plain line work, no filling in a colour or shading. Print it and then use that as the reference for the lino print and the painting. Let's go. Okay, so now we have our line work. Really happy with how this turned out. So I've got my window here and I've got my butterfly. So like I said, I literally just did the line work on the iPad and printed out on a sheet of A4. I've got 2 copies. Obviously I want one to be the one in my sketchbook, which I'm going to paint, and one is going to be the lino print. So I'll put one to one side for now. Now, although I've done them separately, I do want the design to be the butterfly in the window, but I have a vision. I don't know if that vision is going to work, but I envision, so basically what I've got is I've got this lino printing kit here, which comes with black ink. I have also got this block printing ink that is like what colour would you say this? It hasn't really got a colour on it. But it's like a little bit of metallic, like a bronzy colour. Now, obviously, on my original reference images, the butterfly was blue and silver, which is what is going to be in my painting. However, when I'm block printing, when I'm lino printing, these are the only 2 colours I've got to work with. So, my vision is that the window will be black, and then the butterfly will be this iridescent-y, bronzy over the top. Or should the window be bronzy and the butterfly be black so that it stands out more? Maybe that's better. Now that I'm saying it out loud, because the butterfly is going to go over the top, and I like the fact that obviously the window will show through in the printmaking, not when I do the painting, but when I do the printmaking, I'm going to have 2 separate lino prints, one of the window, one of the butterfly, so that I can have them different colours because I want them to stand out. So you're going to see the window behind the butterfly, which is lovely because obviously butterfly with their wings being so delicate, you can sometimes see through them. But is the black going to be too much? Maybe, although it would have been nice for the butterfly to be shiny, maybe we're better doing this one as the window and the black as the butterfly. You know, I could try it, and if it doesn't work, I could switch them. But of course, then you've got to really clean the lino print, so that the colours don't merge. I think that's what we're going to be doing. Anyhow, that is where we're up to. So I have this lino printing kit. I have some extra lino. Never done this before. So I think I'll get some tracing paper, trace the line work onto the lino. So I've done the window to be the same size as the piece of lino, because that's going to be the main bit, and the butterfly on a separate piece. And then we're going to try printing on. I've got 2 like shopping bags, tote bags. I also have, I'm actually getting a sale for £2, which is a bargain, these set of 6x6 cards and envelopes, so I could maybe make some cards. And then my aunt also gave me an offcut of all this. It's just plain ivory cards. I don't think they are actually. Oh, they are cards. I just thought they were art prints. Okay, we've got bigger cards as well. Or I could cut them in half and make them into square art prints. That might be better. That's a bit big, isn't it? Make them into art prints. So I've got art prints, cards, and shopping bags. Obviously, if this works. Okay, that's where we're up to. I have actually gone over the time that I need in the studio today, so I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to speak nicely to hubby. He can take little man out to the park or something, and we can carry on with the lino because I want to get this done today. I'm very, very excited. I'm really happy with how this line work turned out, and I just want to crack on. So let's try tracing this onto the lino print. We won't do the painting. The thing I said today, we won't get round to painting this in a sketchbook. No way. It's literally just going to be printing today. So we will trace this onto the lino and start carving. Let's have a first aid kit on standby, I think, because this is going to get messy. Okay, I have finally carved out the window. Not gonna lie, that took like 2 hours. It is crazy. And I'm not really that happy with the carving. Obviously, it's my first time, so I've got to show myself some grace. It is a lot harder than it looks, and I think especially because it's such a like obviously geometric design, like lots of straight lines and things like that. It was really, really tricky. And I think because I was so happy with the line work that I did, I don't think my carving's done it justice, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to try printing it. I have not done the butterfly yet. And realistically, I don't think I'm going to get the butterfly done today. Literally, it's taken so long. So let's try printing this one. If it works, I will have to let that like base dry anyway before I then put the butterfly on top. So it makes sense to leave the butterfly to another day anyway. And to be honest, I'm over carving. I do not think lino carving is for me. It's funny because I've waited ages to do lino carving, and I was really looking forward to it. And I just don't have the patience. Like, I don't have the patience. I am a quick girly who wants quick results. That's the kind of mediums that I use in art. This, not for me. But we will give it a go because I like to experiment. On the other side, I've been thinking more and more about this design that I did. Like I said, I'm absolutely in love with this line work. And like I said, I'm going to be painting a version. But I'm thinking that I might also use this line work. See, it's such beautiful line work to then turn it into design to be made into something else, maybe a key ring or a pin in the future. It's not going to be right now. But yeah, I really love how that turned out. So even if this doesn't work, it has not been wasted because I've got a lovely line work design on Procreate that I can then export to use for other things. So proof's in the pudding. I don't know if all of these cuts are deep enough or whether or not they're going to show up. So let's try doing a test print just on some paper, and go from there. I'll get maybe a bit of white card just so it doesn't, it's not so flimsy. And let's just see how it looks. I don't think it's going to turn out well, but we'll see. Okay, so my fears were not realised. I am so happy with how these turned out. Ah, my very first Lino print. Actually, for a first attempt, I don't think I did too bad. Yes, obviously there's imperfections on the side. I kind of like that. It shows that it's handmade. I'm not pretending to be anything else. I really don't mind it in the window because I think actually it gives a really nice effect that it is a window pane. Is that a bit of a cop out? Maybe. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. And for my first go, I must admit, when I was partway through that carving, I was really questioning my life choices. I was regretting every single thing. So I've just cleaned it up a little bit, but like this is the what it looks like now. One couple tips that I would give if you're doing it for the first time, remember that when you trace your design, it needs to be reverse of what you want it to look like. If you're tracing, it actually works out fine because obviously I started with my line work. I then traced it. So it was backwards anyway. Because normally you have to kind of like, if you're using tracing paper, I'm teaching you to suck eggs here. We've all used tracing paper since we were at school, but you trace it and then you kind of like either colour the background or go around it again and then have to trace it again back onto the page you want it to be for it to be the right way round. You don't need to do this because you need to, whatever you're doing, it needs to be backwards. So if you're doing lettering, for example, you need to do it right backwards for it then to be the right way around when you then print. On your lino, print on the smooth side. So there's one side that's a bit like grainy and textured. There's a smooth side, like a shiny side. Make sure you're carving on the shiny side. Do lots of small cuts. What I forgot to do, and I meant to do it, and I'll try and remember to do it when I do the butterfly. I've seen previous people colour the lino first so that when you're cutting you can tell when you've gone below that higher layer, so then you know when you're not gonna like have the kind of imperfections once all the colours gone. So like dye the, like with an ink pad, just dye the lino first and then when you're cutting you can see when it's low enough. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how it's turned out. So you would have seen I did my test print on just on a bit of white card. Then I did those big cards that I'm going to turn into prints. Now they're just a little bit too short, so you miss off the bottom, but I don't really mind that so much. And then obviously that really does miss off a lot of the design on these smaller cards. So again, I've got this ivory card. This is all really still wet, so I don't really want to smudge it too much. So you just see the top, but again, I don't mind that at all because I can just move the butterfly up, and this is where like all the drama is anyway. And then again, I'll just put my thumb in that. Again, on this one, on the kind of craft paper type, that looks really cool, doesn't it? I think that's going to really shimmer when we put the butterfly on there. Eagle-eyed among you will notice that when I was carving, I got a bit carve happy, and I ended up missing out these top triangles here. So it isn't quite as my line art. However, I noticed it on one side and I thought I'm going to have to make the other side match, otherwise, you know, hey ho. But as a first attempt, I'm really, really happy. I'm not going to attempt to do any more today, so I am very, very sorry that I'm going to cut it off short here. Oh, I also did the tote bag. I'm not going to attempt to pick it up, but I did show a shot of it. The design is actually a bit too small for that tote bag, so I don't think I'm going to use the other tote bag, but I will, or maybe I could just add several butterflies. No, I don't think the tote bag is a go. I think you need a bigger bit of lino for that tote bag. However, I am pleased with the prints and the cards. I am going to move forward with the butterfly design, obviously on another day. Do the butterfly design. Now I know that actually it didn't turn out too badly. I will go back to doing more carving, even though I'll give myself a few days break because right now, the last thing I want to do is do more carving, not going to lie. However, once these are dried, a few days, I will do the butterfly. And then hopefully my idea will look cool. And then I'll be able to sell these at the market. So yeah, sorry I won't be doing that in the studio vlog. But this literally took me all day. So that's all you're getting for today. However, in the next studio vlog, it'll be full on market prep for the craft market. So we will be finishing off these. And also I have some bottles that I need to design, or like decorate, because I've got these glass bottles and I'm going to put fairy lights in them and decorate the glass bottles. So I've got those, and maybe a few other things for the market. So that will be the next studio vlog. In the meantime, there'll also be art vlogs as well. More of my Sisterhood of the Travelling Journal, which is a new series that I've been doing on this channel. It's got its own playlist if you want to go back and watch the start of that. It's a journal that's travelling around the UK, for a group of women that I'm part of, and we all have our own journals and we journal in each other's journals. Really, really exciting. So yeah, lots coming. So if you don't want to miss that, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. So sorry it's a bit of a short one today, but that took way longer than what I anticipated. But consider this part one, because I probably won't carve the butterfly on camera, but you'll certainly see the results in the next studio vlog. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And I will see you in the next one. God bless. Love you. Bye.